Hello, my friends. Today, you will learn English with a special story. This story is about small habits. Small habits can change your life. What are habits? Habits are things we do every day. We do them without thinking. We brush our teeth. We drink coffee. We check our phone. These are habits. Did you know? Small habits can make you successful. Tiny changes create big results. Today, we will learn this together. This story will help you learn English. Every word is simple. Every sentence is easy. You can listen and learn at the same time. We will meet real people. They change their lives with small habits. We will learn new English words. We will find the secret of success. Are you ready? Let's begin. Let's learn how small habits change everything. Sarah's story. Let me tell you about Sarah. Sarah is 25 years old. She lives in New York. Sarah has a problem. Every morning she feels tired. Every day she drinks 5 cups of coffee. Every night she goes to bed very late. Sarah wants to change her life. She wants to feel better. She wants more energy. But Sarah thinks she needs to change everything at once. One day, Sarah reads a book about habits. The book says something simple. Change one small thing. Do it every day. Wait for magic to happen. Sarah laughs. That's too easy, she says. Small changes cannot help me. But Sarah decides to try. She picks one tiny habit. Every morning, she will drink 1 glass of water before her coffee. Just 1 glass of water, that's all. The first day, Sarah drinks her water. She feels the same. The second day, she drinks her water again. Still nothing special. But Sarah continues. Day 3, day 4, day 5. Every morning, 1 glass of water. After 1 week, something happens. Sarah wants less coffee. After 2 weeks, Sarah feels more energy in the morning. After 1 month, Sarah's whole morning is different. Now, Sarah drinks 2 glasses of water every morning. She eats a good breakfast. She feels amazing. All because of one small habit. 1 glass of water. This is the power of small habits. They seem tiny, but they create big changes. How habits work. Let me explain how habits work in your brain. Your brain is like a computer. It wants to save energy. When you do something many times, your brain makes it automatic. Think about driving a car. When you first learn to drive, it's very hard. You think about everything. The wheel, the pedals, the mirrors. Your brain works very hard. But after you drive for 1 year, it becomes easy. You drive without thinking. You can listen to music and talk to friends while driving. Your brain made driving a habit. This is called the habit loop. Every habit has 3 parts. First, there is a cue. A cue is something that starts the habit. For Sarah, the cue was waking up. Second, there is a routine. A routine is the action you do. For Sarah, the routine was drinking water. Third, there is a reward. A reward is the good feeling you get. For Sarah, the reward was feeling more energy. Cue, routine, reward. This is how all habits work. But here's the amazing part. When you change one small habit, other habits change too. And this is called habit stacking. When Sarah started drinking water in the morning, she wanted to eat better food. When she ate better food, she wanted to exercise. When she exercised, she wanted to sleep earlier. One small habit created a chain reaction. Sarah's whole life got better because of 1 glass of water. Scientists call this the compound effect. Small changes grow bigger and bigger over time, like a snowball rolling down a mountain. James's story, the 2-minute rule. Now let me tell you about James. James is 30 years old. He works in an office. James wants to read more books. He loves books, but he never has time to read. James tries to read for 1 hour every day. The first day, he reads for 1 hour. He feels proud. The second day, he's too tired. He doesn't read at all. The third day, he forgets completely. After 1 week, James gives up. "I don't have time to read," he says. But then James learns about the 2-minute rule. The 2-minute rule says, when you start a new habit, it should take less than 2 minutes to do. James thinks about this. Instead of reading for 1 hour, he decides to read for just 2 minutes every day. 2 minutes seems very easy. Day 1, James reads for 2 minutes. Day 2, James reads for 2 minutes again. Day 3, the same. Something funny happens. Sometimes James reads for more than 2 minutes. The book is interesting, so he continues reading. But he never forces himself. If he wants to stop after 2 minutes, he stops. After 1 month, James has a new habit. Every day after lunch, he reads for at least 2 minutes. Sometimes he reads for 5 minutes. Sometimes 15 minutes. Sometimes 30 minutes. In 1 year, James reads 25 books, all because he started with just 2 minutes per day. The 2-minute rule works because it's impossible to fail. Anyone can do something for 2 minutes. Your brain doesn't fight back because it's too easy. But once you start, you often continue. This is called the gateway effect. Small actions open the door to bigger actions. Regular Maria's story. Environment design. Let me tell you about Maria. Maria is 28 years old. She's a teacher. Maria wants to eat better food, but every evening she eats chocolate and cookies. Maria has strong willpower during the day. She eats salads for lunch. She drinks green tea. But at night, she loses control. I have no discipline, Maria thinks. I'm weak. But Maria is not weak. The problem is her environment. Maria keeps chocolate in her kitchen cabinet. When she feels stressed, she sees the chocolate. It's easy to grab and eat. One day, Maria learns about environment design. Environment design means changing your surroundings to help good habits. Maria makes 3 simple changes. First, she removes all chocolate and cookies from her house. If she wants chocolate, she has to walk to the store. This makes the bad habit harder. Second, she puts healthy snacks in easy places. She puts apples on the kitchen counter. She puts nuts in her bag. This makes good habits easier. Third, she puts a glass of water next to her bed. When she wakes up, the first thing she sees is water. These changes seem small, but they work perfectly. Maria stops eating chocolate every night. Instead, she eats apples and nuts. She drinks more water. She feels much better. Environment design is very powerful because it works even when you're tired or stressed. You don't need willpower when your environment helps your goals. Think about your own environment. What do you see when you wake up? What's in your kitchen? What's on your desk? Your environment is always pushing you towards certain behaviors. If you want to exercise, put your workout clothes next to your bed. If you want to read, put a book on your pillow. If you want to eat healthy, put fruits where you can see them. Make good habits easy and obvious. Make bad habits hard and invisible. David's story. Habit stacking. Now I want to tell you about David. David is 35 years old. He's a businessman. David wants to start many new habits. He wants to exercise, meditate, read, and learn Spanish. David tries to do everything at once. Monday. Exercise and meditate and read and study Spanish. It's too much. David feels overwhelmed. After 1 week, David stops everything. I don't have enough time, he says. But then David learns about habit stacking. Habit stacking means connecting a new habit to an old habit. David already has morning habits. He wakes up, drinks coffee, and reads the news. These are automatic behaviors. David decides to stack his new habits onto his old habits. After I drink my first cup of coffee, I will meditate for 2 minutes. After I meditate, I will read 1 page of a book. After I read, I will study 5 Spanish words. After I study Spanish, I will do 10 push-ups. David connects each new habit to something he already does. This makes the new habits much easier to remember and do. After 1 month, David has 4 new habits. He meditates every day. He reads every day. He studies Spanish every day. He exercises every day. All because he used habit stacking. He didn't need more time. He just organized his habits better. Habit stacking works because your brain loves patterns. When you connect new habits to old habits, your brain treats them as one big pattern. Anna's story. Small amounts. Let me tell you about Anna. Anna is 22 years old. She's a university student. Anna wants to save money, but every week she spends all her money on clothes and restaurants. Anna feels bad about her spending. She wants to save money for her future, but saving seems very difficult. Anna decides to start with a very small amount. Every day she will save just $1. $1 seems like nothing, but Anna starts anyway. Day 1. Anna saves $1 in a jar. Day 2. She saves another $1. Day 3. The same. After 1 week, Anna has $7 in her jar. It's not much money, but Anna feels proud. She's building a saving habit. After 1 month, Anna has $30. She's surprised. $30 can buy her a nice dinner or a new book. But something interesting happens. Sometimes Anna saves more than $1. When she finds a $5 bill in her pocket, she puts it in the jar. When she doesn't buy coffee one day, she saves that money too. After 1 year, Anna has saved $800. She started with just $1 per day, but she ended up saving much more. Anna learned an important lesson. Small amounts become big amounts over time. This is the power of compound growth. The same rule works for everything. If you write 100 words per day, you'll write a book in 1 year. If you walk for 10 minutes per day, you'll become much healthier. If you learn 5 new English words per day, you'll know 1,125 new words in 1 year. Small actions repeated every day create amazing results. Michael's story. Micro workouts. Now let me tell you about Michael. Michael is 40 years old. He works long hours at his job. Michael wants to exercise, but he always says, "I don't have time." Michael thinks he needs to exercise for 1 hour every day. When he thinks about exercising for 1 hour, he feels tired before he even starts. But then Michael learns about micro workouts. Micro workouts are very short exercise sessions. They last only 2 to 5 minutes. Michael decides to try micro workouts. Every morning, he will do exercises for just 2 minutes. Just 2 minutes. Monday, Michael does jumping jacks for 2 minutes. Tuesday, he does push-ups for 2 minutes. Wednesday, he does squats for 2 minutes. Michael discovers something amazing. 2 minutes of exercise makes him feel energetic all day. He has more energy at work. He sleeps better at night. After 1 month, Michael sometimes exercises for 5 minutes. After 2 months, sometimes 10 minutes. But he never forces himself. The minimum is always just 2 minutes. After 6 months, Michael is in the best shape of his life. He lost weight, he gained muscle. He feels fantastic. All because he started with just 2 minutes per day. Michael learned that consistency is more important than intensity. It's better to exercise for 2 minutes every day than to exercise for 2 hours once per week. This rule applies to everything. It's better to study English for 10 minutes every day than to study for 5 hours once per week. It's better to write 100 words every day than to write 3,000 words once per month. Small, consistent actions beat big, inconsistent actions every time. Lisa's story. Habit replacement. Let me tell you about Lisa. Lisa is 26 years old. She's a graphic designer. Lisa has a bad habit. Every night she watches TV until 2 a.m. Then she wakes up tired and drinks too much coffee. Lisa wants to sleep earlier, but she loves watching TV shows. The shows are very interesting. She always says, "Just one more episode." Lisa tries to stop watching TV completely. She puts her TV remote in another room. But after 3 days, she brings the remote back. She can't resist. Then Lisa learns about habit replacement. Instead of removing a bad habit, you replace it with a good habit. Lisa realizes that she watches TV because she's bored at night. She needs something else to do with her hands and mind. Lisa decides to replace TV with reading. When she feels the urge to watch TV, she will read a book instead. But Lisa makes it easy for herself. She puts interesting books in the exact place where she used to keep the TV remote. She puts the TV remote in a drawer in another room. The first night, Lisa wants to watch TV. She goes to get the remote, but she sees a book instead. She thinks, maybe I'll just read for 5 minutes. Lisa reads for 20 minutes. She enjoys it more than she expected. The book is interesting, and reading makes her feel calm. After 1 week, Lisa has a new nighttime routine. Instead of watching TV, she reads for 30 minutes. Then she goes to bed earlier. She wakes up more rested. After 1 month, Lisa has read 3 books. She feels smarter and more relaxed. Her sleep improved a lot. Lisa learned that replacing bad habits is easier than removing them. Your brain needs to do something. If you don't give it a good option, it will choose the bad option. When you want to break a bad habit, always have a good habit ready to replace it. Furn. Robert's story. Minimum viable habit. Now let me tell you about Robert. Robert is 45 years old. He's a father of 2 children. Robert wants to learn guitar. He bought a guitar 5 years ago, but he never practices. The guitar sits in Robert's closet. Every time Robert sees it, he feels guilty. I should practice guitar, he thinks, but he never does. Robert thinks he needs to practice for 30 minutes every day, but 30 minutes seems like a long time. Robert is always busy with work and family. Then Robert learns about the minimum viable habit. A minimum viable habit is the smallest possible version of the habit you want. Robert decides his minimum viable habit is to play guitar for just 1 minute every day. 1 minute seems ridiculously easy. Day 1. Robert plays guitar for 1 minute. He plays a simple chord. Day 2, 1 minute again. Day 3, the same. After 1 week, Robert realizes something important. The hardest part was getting the guitar out of the closet. Once he had the guitar in his hands, playing for 1 minute was easy. Sometimes Robert plays for more than 1 minute. The guitar is already in his hands, so why not play a little more? But he never forces himself. 1 minute is enough. After 1 month, Robert can play 3 songs. After 3 months, he can play 10 songs. After 1 year, Robert is good enough to play songs with his children, all because he started with just 1 minute per day. Robert learned that starting is harder than continuing. Once you start doing something, it's easy to continue. The key is to make starting as easy as possible. This is why minimum viable habits are so powerful. They make starting effortless. Jennifer's story. Minimum effective dose. Let me tell you about Jennifer. Jennifer is 33 years old. She's a nurse. Jennifer wants to write a book. She has many good ideas for stories, but she never writes them down. Jennifer thinks she needs to write for 2 hours every day to finish a book. But Jennifer works long shifts at the hospital. She's often tired when she comes home. Jennifer tries to write for 2 hours on weekends, but weekends are also busy. She has to clean the house, buy groceries, and spend time with friends. After 3 months, Jennifer has written only 10 pages. She feels frustrated and gives up. But then Jennifer learns about the power of minimum effective dose. The minimum effective dose is the smallest amount of action that produces a result. Jennifer decides her minimum effective dose is to write just 50 words every day. 50 words is about 2 sentences. Anyone can write 2 sentences. Jennifer writes her 50 words in the morning before work. It takes her about 3 minutes. She writes on her phone while drinking coffee. Day 1, 50 words. Day 2, 50 words. Day 3, 50 words. After 1 week, Jennifer has written 350 words. After 1 month, she has written 1,500 words. This is more than she wrote in 3 months of trying to write for 2 hours. Sometimes Jennifer writes more than 50 words. When she's inspired, she writes 100 or 200 words. But 50 words is always enough. After 1 year, Jennifer has written 20,000 words. This is enough for a short book. She's amazed at her progress. Jennifer learned that small, consistent actions compound over time. Writing 50 words per day for 1 year creates better results than writing 1,000 words once per month. This rule works for everything. Learning 5 new words per day is better than learning 100 words once per week. Saving $5 per day is better than saving $150 once per month. Consistency beats intensity, the science behind small habits. Now let me tell you about the science behind why small habits work so well. Your brain has 2 systems. System 1 is automatic and fast. System 2 is conscious and slow. System 1 controls your habits. When you brush your teeth, drive to work, or check your phone, you're using System 1. These actions happen without much thinking. System 2 controls your conscious decisions. When you solve a math problem, learn something new, or make an important choice, you're using System 2. System 2 gets tired easily. This is why it's hard to make good decisions when you're stressed or tired. But System 1 never gets tired. Your habits work even when you're exhausted. This is why building good habits is so important. Once something becomes a habit, it runs on System 1. You don't need willpower or motivation. The behavior happens automatically. But here's the key. System 2 fights big changes. When you try to change too much at once, System 2 fights back. This is why most people fail when they try to change their entire life overnight. Small changes don't trigger resistance from System 2. A 2-minute meditation doesn't feel threatening. 1 glass of water seems harmless. 5 push-ups appear easy. But once these small actions become automatic, they run on System 1. Then you can gradually make them bigger without resistance. This is the secret of lasting change. Start small, be consistent, and gradually increase. Practical tips for building small habits. Let me share some practical tips for building small habits. First, choose one habit at a time. Don't try to change everything at once. Focus on one small habit until it becomes automatic. Then add another one. Second, make it ridiculously easy. If you want to read more, start with 1 page per day. If you want to exercise, start with 2 minutes per day. If you want to meditate, start with 1 minute per day. Third, tie your new habit to an existing habit. This is called habit stacking. After I brush my teeth, I will do 10 squats. After I drink my morning coffee, I will write 50 words. Fourth, track your progress. Put a check mark on a calendar every time you do your habit. Seeing your progress will motivate you to continue. Fifth, celebrate small wins. When you complete your habit, give yourself a small reward. Say, "Yes," or do a little dance. This helps your brain remember that the habit feels good. Sixth, be patient. It takes time for habits to become automatic. Research shows it takes anywhere from 18 to 254 days for a habit to become automatic. The average is 66 days. Don't expect overnight results. Seventh, prepare for obstacles. You will miss days sometimes. This is normal. Don't let one missed day become 2 missed days. Get back on track as quickly as possible. Eighth, design your environment. Make good habits obvious and easy. Make bad habits invisible and hard. Put healthy food where you can see it. Put your workout clothes next to your bed. Ninth, find an accountability partner. Tell someone about your habit goal. Ask them to check on your progress. Social pressure is a powerful motivator. 10th, focus on identity, not just actions. Don't just say, "I want to run." Say, "I am a runner." Don't just say, "I want to write." Say, "I am a writer." When you change your identity, your actions follow naturally. Famous people who used small habits. Let me tell you about some famous people who used small habits to achieve great things. Warren Buffett, one of the richest people in the world, reads 500 pages every day. But he started by reading just a few pages per day when he was young. Stephen King, the famous writer, writes 2,000 words every day. But he started by writing just 100 words per day. Jerry Seinfeld, the comedian, writes jokes every day. He marks an X on his calendar each day he writes. His goal is to never break the chain of X marks. Benjamin Franklin practiced one virtue each week. He focused on just one character trait at a time. Over the years, he became known as one of the wisest people in America. These successful people understood the power of small, consistent actions. They didn't try to change everything at once. They focused on one small habit and built from there. You can do the same thing. Choose one small habit today. Make it so easy that you can't fail. Do it every day for at least 30 days. Watch how it transforms your life. Remember, you don't need to be perfect. You just need to be consistent. Small progress every day leads to big results over time. Why small habits work better than big changes? Some people say, "Small habits are too slow. I want fast results." But fast results usually don't last. When you lose weight quickly, you gain it back quickly. When you learn something quickly, you forget it quickly. Slow and steady wins the race. Small habits create permanent change because they change your identity and your automatic behaviors. Think about a tree. A tree doesn't grow overnight. It grows slowly, day by day, year by year, but eventually it becomes strong and tall. It can survive storms and droughts because its roots are deep. Small habits are like tree roots. They grow slowly, but they create a strong foundation for lasting change. Big changes are like cutting grass. The grass looks shorter immediately, but it grows back quickly. Small habits are like planting seeds. They take time to grow, but they create permanent results. True. Your turn to start. What small habit will you start today? Maybe you'll drink 1 glass of water when you wake up. Maybe you'll read 1 page of a book. Maybe you'll do 5 push-ups. Maybe you'll write 50 words. Maybe you'll meditate for 1 minute. Choose something that takes less than 2 minutes. Choose something you can do every day. Choose something that moves you toward your goals. Remember Sarah and her glass of water. Remember James and his 2 minutes of reading. Remember Maria and her environment design. Remember David and his habit stacking. All these people started small. All these people were consistent. All these people transformed their lives with tiny daily actions. You can do the same thing. You have the power to change your life. You don't need special talents or perfect circumstances. You just need to start small and be consistent. Small habits change life because they change you. When you do something every day, you become the type of person who does that thing. When you read every day, you become a reader. When you exercise every day, you become an athlete. When you write every day, you become a writer. Your habits shape your identity. Your identity shapes your future. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. The best time to start a small habit was yesterday. The second best time is today. What are you waiting for? Choose your small habit. Start today. Be consistent. Watch the magic happen. Small habits change life. Your life is about to change. Are you ready? Conclusion. Thank you for learning English with this amazing story about small habits. I hope this story inspires you to start your own small habit today. Remember, big changes start with small actions. Every expert was once a beginner. Every professional was once an amateur. Every success story started with the first small step. Your small step starts now. Choose 1 tiny habit. Commit to doing it every day for 30 days. Don't worry about perfect results. Focus on perfect consistency. Small habits change life. Now it's time to change yours. If you enjoyed this story and want to learn more English, please remember that learning English is also a habit. Study a little bit every day. Listen to stories like this every day. Practice speaking every day. Small daily actions in English learning will make you fluent over time. Just like the people in our story, you can achieve amazing results with small, consistent efforts. Thank you for listening, and remember, small habits change life.